Welcome back to the Throw channel for part 2 of a watch unboxing from an auction. We're going to do the second part and pick up exactly where we left off. And I don't know if we'll finish with this one, but we'll give it a good shot. So grab your coffee, grab your cocktail, whatever makes you happy. Settle down for another shot at unboxing.
Next one, what we're pulling out on a NATO strap. We have, that is a Timex Weekender. So we already had one of those over there, and now we got a beautiful Timex Weekender here. Easily 30, could be 35, and this one's ticking, so that's even better, right? Can't complain with that. All right, see if we have any more NATO. Oh, we have another NATO strap kicking us there. So look at this, another Timex Weekender. We are just, this is a brilliant purchase load. Okay, so another $30 bill right there. What's next? Oh, well, we grabbed two, so we'll look at this one first. See what it is. It is not a Rolex, I tell you that. Even though it looks a little like it. There's plenty of people make one that looks like. It's got a couple of faults. All right, so let me point out the faults, and then I'll go through what it is. Right? At some point, they had this for sale for $3.99, but it ended up in my pile for less than that when you add all this up. So this is an Aqua Indiglo. So Aqua's a Timex, right? The big problem with this is that look at the gap between this and this. You see, and I'll do it one more time. Okay, we'll take our time. You see the gap here, right? That's not supposed to be a gap there that big, nor there, right? Nor there. So what has happened is, oh, the strap's still okay. Is that you see here this link that connects these has become stretched, and so I will take some jewelry pliers and I will reshape this one and bring all these back into condition to where the strap looks perfect again. And that will only take just a minute or so, right? And this Aqua watch will then be, with a battery if it works, probably $15. Okay, sell them all day, every day, no problem. A Time Tone 17 jewel watch. I don't know anything about that. Okay, what does the strap say? 100% stainless steel. You see it right there? It says 100% stainless steel. It has a serial number, and that's all it has. Now, at some point, I will put this strap into the sonic cleaner, and it will probably come up looking like brand new, because it's a gorgeous expandable lady strap. Look at that, right? The amount of work that went in to make that one is very, very high. And then behind this, I'm not sure what's hiding behind there. If we have time at the end, we'll look. I'll leave that one at the front. But there's still about 20 more watches in here, maybe more. All right, what do we have? We got a big, no-name kind of watch. It's an FMD watch out of the big Chinese factory. It's not an expensive watch. Probably takes a 626 battery and AG4, but a pretty watch, right? So even though it's not an expensive watch, got no real brand name to it, it's still a very elegant men's watch with some robustness, probably easily a $20 bill. Okay. Next, we have a Kenneth Cole reaction watch. Ken Cole's makes a nice watch, peeps. So if you get your hands on a Ken Cole watch, you know you got one that's at least going to be worth the money you spent. Very nice. The yellow on black, love it. Absolutely love it. That'll sell no problem. And with a battery in and running, let's see if it changes time. Right. It does indeed. Okay, so maybe a $40 bill there. That's a good watch. I like that very much. Let's hope there's some more surprises like that in here. What do we got here? A Hellsberg 17 jewel. Hellsberg made diamonds. They were a diamond jeweler. I know Hellsberg. All right, so now we got to go into a little trouble here. Let's open up the watch. Oh, by the way, let's stop, pause. You saw me open the clasp on this classic vintage watch, right? And it still doesn't open. That's because there's a secondary safety, right? A secondary clasp. You see me open the secondary clasp? There's one, and then a secondary two before the strap comes off and opens up, so you can put your wrist in, your hand through it and get it on your wrist, right? And then of course there's a safety chain. Now let's take a look. All right, camera, what do you see? What I see is it says 14K, and that's a beautiful thing right there. You see it says 14K right there. That means that this piece of material at the back of the watch and the case here is 14 karat gold, which probably means that this white stuff here and here is also 14 karat gold, and these are probably real diamonds, because where else would you have it made by Hellsberg Diamond Company, right? Hellsberg Diamond is a jeweler. Now the strap's a different subject. Let's take a look at that if we can. All right. Often the markings on the straps are either down here in the bottom part, which I don't see anything there, on this side. Sometimes it's hidden up inside here behind the lock, and then sometimes it's right here. But I don't see anything on this half of the strap, so we'll look at the other half. And again, I don't see anything. I don't see anything up the top part. Let's look on the bottom. Oh, I see something now. All right, there it is. All right, so there's our information bar. And it says USA Duchess, and I can't see if that says 1/10 or 1/20th 10 karat gold filled. So that means it's coated with gold, 10 karat gold, and 20 microns or 10 microns thick, right? So that still makes the band alone worth 20-30 bucks in gold. And the case, not sure, have to weigh it, but 14 karat gold, could be $150 watch. Maybe I'll take you to a Hellsberg jeweler and have him price it. That would be fun. Maybe I'll have to do that. Take a vintage Hellsberg watch back to a Hellsberg jeweler. Is there still Hellsberg jewelers? They used to be in the malls once upon a time. Let's take a very gentle look and see what's inside the watch. Okay. Whoops. Didn't mean to drop it on the table there. Yep, 14 karat gold. This is 14 karat gold right here. This case is 14 karat gold right there. And then let's see the watch. Oh, she's gorgeous. But who made the watch for you is the question. Let's see if we can see that part. Well, I can't see it without breaking out a loop. I might be able to see it on the camera, and if so, later when the camera's got it up. I can see the word time company. And you see it's running, or it's trying to run. And there's no wind in it. I'm not sure what it says. 17 joules. I think it says Le Jour Time Company or something like that. But we'll give it a blow. I'll tell you what, let's give it a wind. We do not want to damage it. We're wearing cotton gloves. Never a good thing. Don't fix watches in cotton gloves, because the hands and your gloves don't like each other, and I do not want to damage it. So we're going to drop it back in its case, and we will look at that later, maybe in detail. But I have got probably 30 or 40 of these type of ladies watches. They don't generally generate a lot of value, but a 14 karat gold one, well, that is probably worth twice as much as I paid for the whole everything, maybe more. We'll have to see. This guy could be gold too. Seriously. Huh. This could turn out to be a bonanza lot. Alright, what do we got next? Timex Indigo Quartz. Beautiful watch. Going right there with the next one. We got a few of those. Right, plenty of Timexes here. And we have a Bugs Bunny watch. Bugs Bunny. Ha! Takes me back to being a kid. There we go. Looney Tunes. Warner Brothers. Tagged on the back. Warner Brothers 1998. Huh. So, a 30-year-old damn near watch. And, yep, hands move, quartz in it. I'll guess that is a $30 watch with a battery in it. The stack is building, isn't it? What do we got? The AT&T Cotton Bowl Classic. And it's a fossil watch. 30-meter dive watch. 30 meters, 100 feet. Right? Very nice. You can go swimming in this watch. This is actually a very good watch. Plus, it's a cotton bowl watch. I have to look it up. The watch, $35-40 with a cotton bowl on it. Maybe double the price. Could be a $50 or $60 bill. Research will be needed. A Jazz Paris. Jazz Paris. Jazz is nice branding. Comes out of Paris. Paris, France. The designs, anyway. I mean, we all know that they're not made in France. But the leather strap is. Okay, look at that. This has never been worn. It's a gorgeous watch. It's just sat there, and this is probably 10 plus years old. This is not new. It says assembled in France, just like Shinola's assembled in Detroit. Jazz Paris are assembled in France. Doesn't mean that the movement's French. Doesn't mean that everything's French, but some of it is. This is a beautiful watch and probably runs, have to look it up. 60 to 100 bucks would be my guess. Something in that range. So we have a bonanza load. We could end up with $1,000 here for our 100. And the goal is always 10 to 1 when I buy stuff. That's my objective. Because, well, you got to lay the money out. You got to do the work. You got to put batteries and everything. And then you got to spend the time listing it or selling it. Pay the tax. Run the business. All the good stuff. So there's really not that much money in it, but it's fun. Our Q&Q, we all know who Q&Q is. Very nice watch. Okay, does it look much like this one over here? Yeah, because it should, right? Q&Q watch, fixed up, $15, $20 bill. Somebody cut the strap. I'll have to seriously consider whether we got to put a new strap on it or whether we can trim that strap and fix it up. What's next? We have a Timex self-winder. This is a vintage watch. Can't tell what year, but I would say 66, something in that range. It sounds a little rattly inside, but that's pretty normal because, well, they take a licking and keep on ticking. And yes, it runs. Beautiful watch. I was avoiding bringing this one out because it's in its own bag, and I saw that it was a coach strap. So let's see what is inside the bag. Because if it's what I think it is, oh, it's a beautiful watch. It is. It's a coach, ladies. I forgot what the number is on this one. All right, so it's the 7/14/06/14 watch, right? It's been worn a few times, but not a lot, right? The leather on the inside of the strap is stunning. The material on the outside is still in great condition. The watch face is mirror, no scratches, 0 scratches. Put a battery in it, send it up to life. This is somewhere between, and I'll have to look them up, of course, $60 to $100. Lovely watch. We're going to sit right over there because you are really lovely. Prize watch. Next, Timex quartz. Timex T-cell. Very nice watch. Put a battery in. She runs. She's a $20, $25 watch as well. Got some fantastic watches in this batch. All right, what's next? Another Timex. Strap is shot. Absolutely been worn to death, but pretty, right? And it's a carriage back with a carriage. Yeah, it's a carriage by Timex watch. And the glass is, well, it's pretty scratched up. It's only really a $20 watch. If I have a spare glass, I'll probably change the glass out because, you know me, I don't like to throw anything away. I like to save. The object is to save these watches. Every watch we save and put onto somebody's wrist is one less watch that's being manufactured in an environment that is harmful to the planet and saves its planet one watch at a time. You see all this bent up here where somebody's had a hard time? I can straighten all that. That's too easy, right? To fix, right? It's just somebody got too aggressive and messed it up or bent it out of shape, right? And resetting the lever lock so that it locks into the bar on the back here so that it stays closed is easy. But this is a titanium, universal titanium watch with a battery. Let's say it's running and clean because it looks like it's been through a mud bath. Don't remember, $30 to $50, something in that market range.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll call it there at part 2, and we'll move to part 3 where we'll wrap it up with a big finale. Okay, so please join and subscribe. Shop with us on eBay or Etsy. Come follow us on Facebook. Come back for part 3. If you didn't do part 1, watch part 1. Thanks, guys. See you soon.